Hi everyone, this video is about testing for negative ions in solution. The objective to explain how to use chemical tests to identify the negative ions within different substances. The outcome, students to identify the symbols for carbonate, sulfate, sulfite and halides. To describe how to carry out and state the result for tests for negative ions. To interpret results of chemical tests based on the question that is given. Keywords here are negative ion, precipitate, ionic equation. Now let us name the following compounds to identify the negative ions. The first one here is calcium carbonate. Then is sodium sulfate. This is barium chloride, lithium bromide, silver nitrate, nitric acid and hydrochloric acid. These are the negative ions for which we will be doing the test. Carbonate, sulfate, chloride, bromide, iodide, nitrate, sulfite. Now let us see how to test for carbonate ion. Add dilute acid. The dilute acid can be dilute hydrochloric acid, dilute nitric acid or any other suitable dilute acid. Now once the acid is added, bubbles of a gas or fizz can be seen. This is because if carbonate ion is present, then carbon dioxide gas will be given off, as can be seen from the equation below. Metal carbonate plus acid gives salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Now how could we confirm that the gas is carbon dioxide? Pass the gas through lime water. Carbon dioxide gas will turn lime water cloudy. So if the lime water turns cloudy, we can confirm that the gas is carbon dioxide gas. And the carbon dioxide gas has come from the carbonate. So this is how we identify carbonate in a substance. Now let us test for sulfate. To test for sulfate, add dilute hydrochloric acid and barium chloride solution. If a white precipitate is formed, then this shows that sulfate ions are present. Barium chloride and sodium sulfate react to form sodium chloride and barium sulfate. Barium sulfate is insoluble and this forms the white precipitate. Testing for nitrate ions. This is done by adding sodium hydroxide solution, then aluminium powder or aluminium foil. Warm carefully. If nitrate ions are present, ammonia gas is given off. Ammonia gas is tested by using damp red litmus paper. If ammonia gas is present, then the damp red litmus paper will turn blue. Let us see how to test for halides. To test for halides, add dilute nitric acid followed by silver nitrate solution. If a precipitate is formed, then the test is positive for a halide. It shows the presence of halide. If you get a white precipitate, then chloride is present. If you get a cream precipitate or a pale yellow precipitate, it shows the presence of bromide. If you get a yellow precipitate, it shows the presence of iodide ions. Now this is the ionic equation for the reaction between silver ion and the halide ion to form the silver halide. Silver halides are insoluble and hence they form the precipitate. For example, silver nitrate will react with sodium bromide to form sodium nitrate and silver bromide. Silver bromide forms the cream precipitate. Test for sulfite ion. To test for sulfite ion, add dilute hydrochloric acid and warm gently and then test for the presence of sulfur dioxide gas. The sulfur dioxide gas produced will turn acidified aqueous potassium manganate 7 from purple to colorless. So this is to test for sulfite ion. Now let us look at a question based on the topic that we have learned. 4 bottles of chemicals made in the 1880s were found recently in a cupboard during a health and safety inspection at Lowell Laboratories. So they are sodium carbonate, sodium chloride, sodium nitrate, and sodium sulfate. The chemicals are correctly named. So you're provided with the following reagents. Now reagents are reactants or chemicals. Aluminium powder, barium chloride solution acidified with dilute hydrochloric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid, silver nitrate solution acidified with dilute nitric acid, and sodium hydroxide solution. Describe tests to show that these chemicals are correctly named. In each case, give the reagent you would use and state what you would see. Test and result for carbonate ions. Add dilute hydrochloric acid. Bubbles of a gas are given now. Pass the gas through lime water. Lime water turns cloudy. Test and result for chloride ions. Add dilute nitric acid followed by silver nitrate solution. A white precipitate is formed. Test and result for nitrate ions. Add dilute sodium hydroxide solution and aluminium powder. Warm gently. Ammonia gas is given off. Ammonia gas turns red litmus paper blue. Test and result for sulfate ions. Add dilute hydrochloric acid followed by barium chloride solution. A white precipitate is formed. Now suggest why a flame test would not distinguish between these 4 chemicals. A flame test will show yellow flame in all the 4 cases. So we will not be able to distinguish between these 4 chemicals. Now, furthermore, flame test is to identify positive ions. Instrumental methods of analysis linked to computers can be used to identify chemicals. Describe 2 disadvantages of using instrumental methods of analysis. 2 advantages could be quick reaction and more efficient method of testing. So the answers have been attached to these 2 slides. You can refer to the answers here as well. Thanks for watching.